The following video is brought to you by the guys at the Wrecking and Racing Podcast, a NASCAR podcast made by the fans for the fans. Check them out at www.wreckingandracing.com, facebook.com/wreckingandracing, and Twitter at Wrecking and Racing. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saki here, and welcome back to NASCAR Racing 2003 season, the 2019 mod, and these are the highlights from the final race of this season at Miami-Dade Homestead Motorsports Complex Racing Facility with Brad Keselowski on the pole. Your final four: Kyle Busch, Brandon, myself, and Denny Hamlin, all second, third, fourth, and fifth, with Brad leading the way. Lap 3 of 27 going into turn 4. We get good bite under Kyle Busch. Brandon follows us right to the bottom. We're going to side draft Brad a bit, get our fender right on that quarter panel, see if we can put some air on that spoiler. We'll drift up to the lead, put us as the championship leader, but Brandon charging hard down there on the bottom. We'll try to make that high line work as we are side by side down the backstretch. Lap 4 going into turn 3, we take it wide. Brad fills the hole. Kyle Busch follows through. Denny Hamlin still there, and Kyle Larson in the middle of this battle. Brad moves down into Denny. Larson looks to the inside of Hamlin, and he's got a head of steam. He'll force Hamlin up, and Brad 3 wide behind Brandon, side by side for third, but we hold the point. Brandon in tow in second. Lap 6 going into turn 3. Brandon's got the bottom. We roll the top and miss the groove just a little bit. We'll drift out to the Larson line, but Brandon will roll that bottom and complete the pass. We'll settle in second behind Brandon. Completing lap 9, 1/3 of the way through the race. Brandon still leads, but it is a slop dolly of epic proportion right behind us, with all the cars battling from third on back in one big pack. Myself and Brandon are starting to leave them behind. Lap 14, coming to lap 15, myself and Brandon hit pit road for right side tires, but the rest of the pack stays out. Brad Keselowski to the point, Kyle Larson in second, Eric Almirola third. Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin are starting to fall towards the back. Leaving pit road, myself and Brandon do get lapped, and Brandon able to get that grip on the bottom lane, extends his lead off of pit road. We will rejoin traffic behind the 36 car of Matt Tifft, and we've got some work to do until pit stops. Lap 20 coming to lap 21. Brad Keselowski leads a big group down pit road. Kevin Harvick and Ryan Newman stay out. You can see Brandon passing Ryan Newman there as we go to the inside of the 88 of Alex Bowman. Lap 21, Brad Keselowski gets into his pit stall for 2 tires. You can see the other championship 2 there with Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin. Brandon and I are about to scream on by to get back on the lead lap. There we go. We're around the leaders, and we have a head of steam. Coming to lap 25, Brandon starts fighting with lap traffic with the 14 of Clint Boyer and the 15 of Ross Chastain right in front of him. We'll try to use this to our advantage, but Brandon's lead is solid. And 1 lap to go for Brandon. We are in hot pursuit. He has to get around the 33 of Jeffrey Earnhardt cleanly. We're hanging it out, but Jeffrey gives Brandon the bottom. Off of turn 2 cleanly, we try to drive as hard as we can, knock the wall down. That's the right side of the car gone. We tried to stay in the gas as long as we could, but to no avail. If Brandon makes it around turn 3 and 4, he will take the win and the 2019 championship. And ladies and gentlemen, Brandon in that wreckingandracing.com podcast, Toyota is your 2019 champion. So your top 10 for the race: Brandon in first. We took second. In third place, Brad Keselowski. Fourth place, Eric Almirola. Fifth place, Joey Logano. Sixth place, Kevin Harvick. Seventh place, Chase Elliott. Eighth place, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ninth place, Ryan Newman. And rounding out your top 10 is Martin Truex Jr. Looking at the 2 other championship contenders, side by side, Denny Hamlin trying to pass the 13. Denny Hamlin will come across the line in 19th place. Definitely not what he needed. And Kyle Busch just a few cars in front of him in 13th. So let the celebration commence, ladies and gentlemen. Myself and Brandon doing a nose-to-nose burnout. For you, the fans that have stuck with us this entire series, if you've caught every single race this season, thank you so much. for tuning in. It means a lot to me, and look forward to seeing you in 2020. Let's take a look at the final standings. Of course, Brandon is your champion. We were 5 points back. Kyle Busch, 17 points back. Denny Hamlin, 23 points back. And just for fun, here is what the points would look like with no playoff cutoff or anything of that nature. No bonus points, just straight up points. Brandon actually locked up the championship after Phoenix. So not as exciting as this particular race would have been if we were out of it. But that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next season for the Daytona 500 in February. Take care.